Gluten is found in grains, such as wheat, barley, rye, and a cross between wheat and rye known as triticale. A gluten-free diet helps manage indications of celiac disease along with other medical conditions associated with gluten. This type of diet also has accumulated popularity among people without gluten-related medical conditions. The claimed advantages of the diet are improved well-being, weight reduction and increased energy. Removing gluten from your diet likely changes your overall intake of fiber, vitamins along with other nutritional supplements. Consequently, regardless of your reasons for following a gluten-free diet, it is important to know how it could influence your general nutritional needs. Your healthcare provider or a dietitian might help you make proper dietary selections to maintain a well-balanced diet plan. Gluten-free food labels. When you're buying unhealthy foods, then you have to read labels to determine if they contain gluten. Foods that contain barley, wheat, rye or triticale, an ingredient derived from them, must be labeled with the name of the grain in the label's content list. Foods that are labeled gluten-free, in accordance with the FDA rules, must consume fewer than 20 parts per million of gluten. Foods with these labels might include alcohol made from naturally gluten-free ingredients, such as grapes or juniper berry, can be labeled gluten-free. An alcoholic drink made from a gluten-containing grain can carry a label stating the beverage was processed, treated or crafted to remove gluten. Nevertheless, the label must state that gluten content can't be determined along with the beverage might contain some gluten. Processed foods that contain gluten. Additionally to foods wherein barley, wheat or rye likely are ingredients, these grains are typical in several other products. In addition, wheat or wheat gluten is added as a thickening or binding agent, flavoring or coloring. It is important to read the labels of unhealthy foods to determine if they contain wheat, barley or rye. Normally, avoid foods unless they're labeled as gluten-free or made with corn, rice, soybean or other gluten-free grain. Medications and supplements. Prescription and over-the-counter medication might use wheat gluten as a binding agent. Talk to your healthcare provider or pharmacist about the medications you're taking. Nutritional supplements that contain wheat gluten has to list wheat as an ingredient on the label. Eating gluten-free at home, in restaurants. It's especially vital for people with celiac disease to avoid exposure to gluten. These tips may help you prevent cross-contamination in your very own food preparations at home and avoid gluten-containing food whenever you eat out. Store gluten-free and gluten-containing meals in various locations. Keep cooking surfaces and food storage areas clean. Wash dishes and cookware completely.